at a deep level might very well turn out to be crucial to pushing beyond our current theories toward a much more comprehensive picture of reality. But the focus of this audiobook will be on understanding the concepts underlying those current theories and how they've given us an unprecedentedly accurate picture of the physical world. The concepts in question include quantum mechanics itself, quantum field theory, which arises naturally when one combines quantum mechanics with the requirements of special relativity, and various deep ideas that have arisen within quantum field theory, including Feynman diagrams, renormalization, gauge theories, symmetry breaking, and the spin statistics connection. It's an enormous amount of material, which I've endeavored to boil down to its bare essence. The trick, as with the previous book, is that we're going to include enough mathematical specifics to understand the ideas for real without reaching a level of detail required to solve problems in the manner of a graduate student studying for their doctorate. You will learn the same ideas that they will, but you won't have to pull all-nighters doing problem sets. That requires a slightly different strategy than we employed in Space, Time, and Motion, although the basic aspiration is the same. In that book, I could literally show you all of the equations exactly as a professional would learn them. Here, there is just too much information to make that workable. Quantum field theory is loaded down with nitpicky details and layers of notation, which can get in the way of focusing on the central ideas. And it's the ideas that matter to us. So there will be times when we will ignore coupling constants, hide indices, treat matrices like numbers. I promise you that this is all in the service of helping you understand what's really going on, not in obscuring it. Still, there is going to be math. In Space, Time, and Motion, we introduce the basic ideas of calculus, including derivatives, rates of change, and integrals, accumulated amounts of change. In later chapters, we dealt with tensors and the use of Greek letters to denote space-time indices. All of those are going to be here in force, as well as the basic ideas of mass, energy, and relativity. If you're already familiar with those concepts, this book will be entirely self-contained. If not, Space, Time, and Motion should convey everything you need to know. It will be a breathtaking ride. At the dawn of the 20th century, classical mechanics was firmly entrenched. 25 years later, we saw the first complete formulations of quantum mechanics. 25 years after that, quantum electrodynamics was the first well-established quantum field theory. And 25 years after that, physicists had put together the standard model of particle physics, which remains triumphant to this day. That's the journey on which we are embarking, and it involves some of the most amazing ideas human beings have ever come across. I have once again been extraordinarily fortunate to receive detailed feedback on drafts of this book. Enormous gratitude goes to Scott Aronson, Justin Clark-Doan, Ira Rothstein, and Matt Strassler, who kept my physics honest and my explanations not as convoluted as they otherwise would have been. My agent, Katinka Matson, has provided sage advice along the way, and huge thanks to my editor, Stephen Morrow, who has been patient and understanding and singularly helpful in shaping this book series into something I hope people will learn from and enjoy. Patience was especially called for this time around, as the writing process was interrupted by a cross-country move and beginning a new position at Johns Hopkins. Thanks to all my new colleagues and students for making everything as smooth as possible and being understanding when I wasn't always as available as I might have liked. Most of all, thanks to my wife, Jennifer, who picked up and moved with me, shouldered most of the burden of shaping our new home, and always keeps my writing honest, looking forward to this new and exciting chapter. The plot of the Mexican Hat Potential in Chapter 10 is adapted from a Mathematica code by Vitaly Korov. The image of the LIGO Observatory in Hanford in Chapter 11 is from the LIGO collaboration. The plot of nuclides in Chapter 12 is based on an example from Learning Scientific Programming with Python by Christian Hill. Chapter 1. Wave Functions. As the 19th century drew to a close, you would have forgiven physicists for hoping that they were on track to understand everything. The universe, according to this tentative picture, was made of particles that were pushed around by fields.